Let's go. This is a Team Maswi clown matchup in the first division of my 3v3 league. Team Maswi A versus Team Maswi B. Now, the civilization setup is fairly, a bit maybe oversimplified from my end. There's a draft with drafting 3 civilizations per map, completely independent of each other. So we won't see any mirrors, but we might see the exact same civilizations on the respective home maps. But it's also intended to be as fair as possible, because the home map, the home map team, it's one home map each, play 2. I'm gonna set that here as well, actually. Play all 2. The team picking the home map will also decide who starts the draft, so which means you could say that the other team gets to start the draft, but in that case you are giving them the first civilization, and then you can secure 2 civs for yourself. So there might be different approaches to this. Heisen already out on the move on the opponent's side here, the Vietnamese, so it's snagged 1 sheep over here. Let's keep an eye out for some more laming here, if they're up to any that kind of... Oh, Uno is moving out as well, found the rhino, is he gonna steal it? Yeah, we have a lame! He's moving in the wrong direction though. That seems dangerous. Oh, it's laming from the far back. Oh, that's a long lame. And purple didn't even scout this one yet, so okay. Goodbye, boar. Or rhino. Sorry. Interesting. Okay, both on the laming initiative. Laming everywhere! I can't follow this. Heisen is also laming a rhino, but where the hell is he going? Where the heck is the scout going? Is he gonna send the... is he gonna lead the rhino into... What's is... I don't understand! Is he just going to dance around here and dodge the scout and... Oh, this has to be so APM intensive to do this. I mean, it's really delaying Dexter, but now both scouts join in here, and Heisen isn't going to get the rhino, he's just going to take the scout attention away from both teal and green here and mess up their build orders, but he's probably messing up for himself as well. In the meantime, I guess we can kind of lost track of... No, here he comes! Here he comes! Uno manages to lame the rhino from far back in the base of Weber, so Team Maswi B succeeding in the lane, while Heisen is still out running, keeps the scout alive, and that rhino has a long way to go home to Dexter's base, so at least obstructing the Vietnamese build order a bit here, but nothing too crazy, of course. Still going to be able to get that rhino eventually. I don't understand why Heisen was running in this direction. I don't get it. It's just running towards the enemies instead of close towards home base. That was so weird to watch. But certainly shook the opponent's attention up a bit. Well, while we are moving on there, this is the first division. These players are probably 1800 elo or even higher, closing in on 2000 1v1 elo, so very solid players, which means that the idle TC time should be at a minimum here. Quick mention of the civilization. Cello picking the Persians as the pocket civilization here, already walling off the front side, so enemy scout mobility can't really easily enter, at least not from this direction. To the top side we have Heisen securing the Britons, and Weber as the Ethiopians. So Britons, 20% faster working archery rangers, benefiting the Ethiopians as well, who on their own have 20% faster firing archers. So good flank combinations here. Toms, however, securing the Franks here, one of the absolute best pocket civilizations. Dexter to the northeast here with the Vietnamese civilization bonus, revealing the TCs. So definitely making laming an option for the Vietnamese, but they haven't really even scouted the enemy side yet. No need to rush that either. You know their locations, which you can also reveal to your teammates, so that is not an issue, of course. Here comes the barracks for Toms, just in time to complete that for right before Feudal Age kicks in, so you can drop the stable for the scouts right away. 19 pop for both pockets. However, Persians with 10% faster working TC in the feudal edge should be claiming a villager lead if the food eco is on point for both scout production and town center production. Barracks a tiny bit late here. Cello might need to add another villager to complete this one by the time feudal age kicks in. I don't think he's gonna stress it. It's maybe 10 seconds lost or something. Finally here, we have Mayans for Uno 1, of course, also a very solid. Flank civilizations, cheaper archers, longer lasting economy with 15% lasting, longer lasting resources with everything. We're just popping out to see if anything is, or hanging around the barracks there just to see if any rush or anything is popping out. No man at arms either, no units in the queue. Just the straight archers for Uno. Barracks getting delayed here for Weber, so that's a bit of a setback for the production, of course. Pocket, Persian pocket, maybe, or setting up for a bit of a boom here, leaving space for another house over here by the looks of it. Going to maybe get those full walls in time. That's early walling from the pocket, but it's case for both pockets here. That wouldn't be safe from enemy aggression. Could indicate an earlier castle age as well, from both pockets. So if that idle TC stays on the low side for both pockets, Cello should be establishing a villager's lead here, because Persian TCs, town centers, produce faster. 10, 15 and 20% faster throughout the game. Pocket Scouts joining in here for Cello, going to snipe that already weak Eagle Scout of Uno 1, because Uno did lay a Rhino of Weber, who, because of that, might have gotten the feudal age a little bit delayed, but there's always Deer to be pushed in as well, so you can compensate that way. Frank Scouts, more hit points as we can see here than the Persians, but Persians eventually will be getting Bloodlines, which will give them more hit points than the Frank Scouts. That's for the late feudal, early castle age in that case though. What's going on over here? Just gathering some scouting intel now for Dexter. Should be double ranges for all of the flanks here. No huge surprise. We'll see the archer numbers might be on the higher side for Team Maswi A as well, since they have Britain's team bonus. Good early aggression here from the Mayans, working together with the pocket scouts, but Cello has the numbers here, and the Ethiopians archers are here to defend as well for the A team of Team Maswi. Yeah, so more scouts for the Persians, but still hit points wise they're kind of close. Because, oh wait, there's another one from the Franks as well. So I take that back. They are somewhat matched in army strength here. Slight hit points advantage for Team Maswi B, though. One more archer, among other things. Now moving out with the archers from Dexter. Is it Dexter gonna join up with blue and green here, possibly? Or is it just moving to hit the Persian's pocket? I mean, I know the pocket location is over here. Ooh, and the golds! Wait, hold on. Main gold! Secondary gold, third... Are you kidding me? Is this Cello's gold? That's the worst gold positioning I've seen in a long time. So far out, main gold all the way out here. It is a 4-tile gold. 4 tiles. 4 tiles. 9 tiles. Nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. And that's a neutral gold. That's ridiculous. Oh, I would have thought Battle of Africa Arabia to be more balanced than the current DEA Arabian. To some extent it's true. But that's a horrible gold. And you'll can't even comfortably wall either of these to keep them safe with your base. So yeah, we'll probably see a preemptive defensive tower here unless Team Maswi A just keeps the aggression up. so far out. It's like, yeah, that's really stretching the limits of how far your resources should spawn outside your base. That's a neutral gold as well. I mean, to be fair, main gold as next to the woodland at least. Yeah, they have most of the players have pretty bad gold spawns this game. Oh, archers going down here for Dexter. Some stray sheep found by Cello as well. They probably got snagged earlier on by, I think they were teal or whatever color they were. That's because of the archers. I don't know who hid those away, but... Pocket, sorry, Heisen, the Britain's flank in danger now. This woodland is not safe from Fuel Age archers, and there's not really much to keep this aggression out either. So, looks like they're punching through the palisade walls here. One big villager there. If the archers spot that, that one should be going down as well. Oh, this is bad news for Heisen. This is a huge army mass for Feudal, and Cello scouts are out of position. They're a bit too far off, but Castle Age at least on the way. That Persian's faster TC, helping with the Castle Age transition to keep up with the Franks as well. Slightly healthier population for Toms here. Good aggression by Team Maswi B though, with punishing the Britons at home base here. But Team Maswi A, one little Castle Age advantage here for them earlier. Bodkin and crossbow for the Britons, way ahead of Dexter here. And keep in mind, Britons get that +1 range instantly as well. So now Team Maswi A are in a good spot to chase here. It's breaking the palisade wall here, chasing away. 3 villagers lost though to the aggression. So not ideal for our red friend here. Now TC on this gold, of course you want to secure the main gold. Frank's player dropping a TC as well, same thing, main gold, but a much more compact base, better gold spot for Tom's, having all 3 golds sort of in the back here actually. So scouts running on scouts here, but Cello has the +2 defense and crossbow not yet in for Dexter here. Dexter does not have Bodkin either, so this is a horrible fight even when crossbow kicks in for the teal player. Has the numbers, yes. But, and the hit points actually being Vietnamese, but if Heisen is able to use the range advantage here, he could still focus down quite a few of these crossbows. Should be a decent fight for the Britons, but looks like Dexter has held well here and kept those numbers pretty consistent for a while longer. Oh, what's going on over here? Huge mass of crossbows from the Mayans in Weber's base as well. Losing some of the farms here, pending that Castle Age transition. Did get lame the boar or rhino in the very beginning of the game, so that sets back your progression all the way. And also that main gold having a tower on it also are resources that could go into, for example, a town center later on once you reach the Castle Age to further secure that main gold, but that's not an immediate possibility for purple unless Weber buys some stone here to even out the difference. There's fighting to the north as well. Britons using their range and Knights numbers from the 2 pockets. Frank's actually ahead to the Knights production. We did go to the Castle Age at a healthier population. Better eco upgrades for the Franks as well, full eco upgrades, while Cello is missing both of them. This is a bit of an issue, or not an issue, but a challenge with playing the Persians as well. You're spending more food because your TCs work faster, so it could be a bit more awkward to afford the upgrades in due time as well. But main focus needs to be on the army. Cello needs to support the Britons' flank, while Weber is holding his own against the Mayans crossbow mats here. Oh, splitting up the crossbows as well. I barely even noticed this stat, but that's lots of builders going down for Weber now. 14 builders down on Arabia. Oof. Third TC for Mayans, in fact. So Uno is setting up for a very strong economy here in the southeast flank here as well. Keeping army numbers more consistent than the Ethiopians while maintaining that triple TC Mayans economy. That's going to be very strong for the Mayans. It's going to be tough for the Ethiopians to keep up with, even with numbers and faster firing archers. 4 ranges here, as you can see, to replenish the numbers more fluently. Ballistics coming in as well, but that's already in for Team Maswi B. Now in the middle, a huge chunk of crossbows and knights to start hitting cello, maybe. Might get some kills here. And definitely snipe some reinforcements. Oh, Mangonel. Oh! One hit, maybe. Yeah, gets a couple of archers. Better than nothing. Not amazing value, but not horrible. And now Weber returning the favor from the raids early on. Managing to find some builders here, but there are town centers here to protect the more exposed sides of the economy. Shouldn't be too many builders to snipe here for Weber, especially not when the Uno one has the crossbow mass back and alive at home here again with triple ranges. Idling currently, but they've been producing for a good while. Probably idling for a reason here, to get to focus more on the boom or get to the upgrades. Means that the Ethiopians will be able to catch up in the numbers though, but Team Maswi B in a good spot here, especially the overall crossbow count seems a tiny bit ahead here, and pocket knights as well. Nothing's decided yet, of course, but the overall villager population is almost 30 villagers ahead for Team Maswi B here now. And military tiny bit ahead as well. Assuming the hill now, gonna go for a big cavalry fight here. The Persian knights are a bit on the weak side here, so they will be taking a less favorable fight, but they are joined by Hyson's Britain's longer range archers as well, so 3 armies versus 2 here. Good engagement by Team Maswi A, and they're going to take out, even out that military advantage. Toms pulls away because he knows that's a fight they can never win using that mobility. It's not ideal for the crossbow armies though to take this fight, and they'll need to be joined by Dexter's armies ideally, unless Dexter wants to go for the raids here, knowing that all 3 armies are busy down here. There is a healthy chunk of Mayan's crossbows on the hills here, and even Imperial Age coming in, but losing all of the crossbows all the way to the Imperial Age possibly here for the Mayans. Good choke point, but there's so many crossbows on the hill here from Team Maswi A. Yes, they are behind in the economy, they are behind in the Imperial Age transition as well, but they're probably sensing what's going on here, since Uno is desperate to keep the remaining crossbows alive here, hoping for Arbalest and Bracer, but there's still 1 minute to go for that. And in the meantime, Team Maswi A are claiming the hill here. Persian pocket now with triple stables producing. And a 5th TC as well, what a boomer. Massive boom for the Persians, and that should give an economic advantage. Might be delaying the Imperial Age compared to the Franks pocket, but in exchange we'll be going to the Imperial Age at a healthier economy and be able to get to Paladin earlier possibly. Or just sustain multiple stables production more easily. Could also consider going heavy camel, but not really an option with so many crossbows to become arbalists on the field. Dexter now out and about with the crossbows here, but the Britain's crossbows have replenished as well. 29 to 33 here, but there's that Britain's range as well, allowing Hyson to use that range and snipe units as that distance. Good raids from Team Maswi A here now. However, Toms is chasing the Orange Knights here, all while on the way to the Imperial Age. Low but 4 stables producing, and Dexter also going Imperial Age here. So massive technology lead for Team Maswi B, but Team Maswi A, they are to some extent keeping up. They still have that Britain's bonus to replenish crossbow numbers, and Cello is extending the castle age because of that massive 5 DC's Persian's boom, which is starting to show that Imperial Age is getting quite close here, although the Knights numbers are on the lower side. That faster working Persian TC helps out with it as well, 15% faster working now. And to end up in the Imperial Age, roughly 1 minute 15 seconds after the Franks, which is fine. More stables producing as well, so we'll be able to match the Franks production. However, in the Imperial Age, Toms could go for get to Chivalry if he gets a castle up. Looks like they're also forming some house walls here to secure the area for some trade later on. Arbalest is in for Uno 1 though, and Castle Age Weber is stuck in the Castle Age here, taking a heavy blow from the Franks' armies. Imperial Age is in, which means Cavalier plate parting armor should be kicking in. Handcart as well to boost that economy furthermore for the Franks. And yeah, only 10 crossbows here for Weber. Weber will have to rely heavily on pocket assistance here, or will just have to try and hold on here and relocate and reboom for his team to hold on. Britons, 4 TCs. Persians, 5 TCs. Weber only at 1 and nearing the point of defeat here, by the looks of it. With left now only with 30 villagers and about to lose the starting TC to the Franks Cavalier and the Ethiopians Arbalest here. There's stuff going on up north as well. Dexter is here with the Vietnamese Arbs against the Britons still with the crossbows. They should be matching in range now with the Arb Bracer for Vietnamese, but Britons having the extra range in the Castle Age. That doesn't mean you will trade well with crossbows against Arbs, especially not Vietnamese, given the hit points difference here. And numbers, more numbers for the Vietnamese. 1 TC going down there, important eco defense for Heisen going down. Team Maswi A, they're down 2k in score here, and they are being hit at all angles here. Imperial Age in for Cello here. Still has that multiple TC economy. It's not a disaster losing one of these. The villager population is below to the other Franks, or to the other pocket though. And the Cavalier numbers about to match the Persians here. Let's actually have a look at the eco. 18 villagers lost there for Cello to the raids. But able to get to those crucial upgrades like Cavalier and defense. 0 villagers lost for Toms, and here's Chivalry the result. 40% faster working stables now for Toms, who has had a healthy running economy the whole game. Has an eco setup here that will allow for further production of these units, and the Paladin about to kick in as well. Team Maswi B wins the first game. The second one will be on Team Islands, but let's have a look at the stats first. Actually, more Cavaliers produced by Cello, but Weber took a heavy blow there. Did get lamed at the very beginning of the game, so that doesn't help things when the Mayans take a Rhino and you yourself are Ethiopians. Huge eco advantage for the Mayans in that regard. KD for the Mayans, pretty darn nice here, 150 to 111 pocket as well. I don't think Tom's lost a single villager this whole game. Hold on. Nope. Tom's didn't lose a single villager. Dexter didn't lose a single villager. These guys aren't joking around. Ecos, all said and done, it's yeah, the flanks struggling more for Team Maswi A here, with Cello having a decent boom. Keeping almost up with the flanks there, but did make several more TCs later to the Imperial Age, maybe affecting the military production as well. And finally the APM chart showing some spikes here. I don't know what was up here, but the max APM at 224 for the extra at some point there. Off we go to the second game. Maswi A versus Maswi B, Team Islands is coming up. And you see the civs lineup completely different. All new civs compared to the previous game, actually. Let's just go into it. If they have the same host and same players, the scoreboard should stay as well. And yeah, looks alright. Let's give Cello the orange again, just for easier distinction between the colors here. Blue and yellow and green can be a little bit rough. Let's go Team Chelito. Yeah, looking good. They are up one. Wait, no, they're not. It's not looking good. Cello is on the team that lost the first game. We'll see what Team Islands brings. They switch positions on the scoreboard. That's what confused me. Team Islands it is, and they have been drafting civs per map again. So I believe guest gets first pick, so the home map picker gets to decide who hosts the draft. So if you are guest, you get the first pick, but then as host you get 2 picks, and if you choose to host yourself, then you give away the first pick, but get to pick 2 civilizations, no bans. Alright, let's speculate a bit there. Toms with the Vikings, classic pocket for Team Islands or naval maps in general. They want to get to Castlage and to their longboats. So with the Vikings, you'll often see a back dock and a past castle approach to either go into start with for a boom or to go into the longboats to take assumed naval control with those fast firing longboats. They're basically a Chukonu on a boat, if you ask me. They fire real fast, shoot lots of arrows, and are easily maneuverable. Also, like a Chukonu Mangadai mix, almost. But it is a ship. To the left side, Uno 1 here with the Mongols. Mongols collect hunt 40% faster. That's their advantage to allow them to go to the next age more quickly. So that is going to be of significance here if they either want to go for a landing with straight archers or scouts and cause some havoc on the other side here. Actually not the best area to land on. It's very narrow over here. So that's actually, if you assume that the Mongols land over here and then don't scout all that much before landing, that is very easily walled out for Heisen here. So small piles, so maybe you'll have to land somewhere in the middle instead, and so you're able to split up and hit both the pocket and planks maybe. Or of course, with the fast fuel age, you could also play the galleys with the Mongols, no problem. So certainly an option, galleys or fire galleys. To the right we have Dexter with the Byzantines. Byzantines have faster firing fire galleys and cheaper Imperial Age as their significant bonuses for naval maps. They do get the fast fire ship as well, which can be used to make a combat on water if you're falling a bit behind. So if you've lost the naval positioning and you have Byzantines on the team here, you might see them dropping a castle on the shoreline, dropping docks right next to the castle, so they are protected, and then you'll see them going Imperial Age if they aren't there already and start massing fast fire ships to try and take out naval masses quickly and claim back their position on water. Now for Team Maswi A here, we have Weber with the Italians. 15% discount on the advancement to the next stage. Fishing ships are 15% cheaper as well. So Italians have a nice fish boom going for them. But with that potential for a quicker and smoother uptime or simply just resource savings, makes it easier to afford fletching for the galleys, for example, or just to keep your economy running while investing into naval upgrades. Italians have more bonuses applying to water as well. There's Loom coming in, maybe we'll be seeing an... I mean, nothing's to exclude the Italians from making a landing play either. They could play archers on land, and they have fully upgraded knights in the castle age as well, so that is certainly an option. Cello already walling off just in case of any hostile landings here. Wants to be on the safe side. Cello playing as the Portuguese. Best civ to counter Vikings play on Team Islands, because Portuguese unique boat, the unique unit, the Caravel, fires from both ends, like Scorpion style projectiles, and it's a good means to deal with the maneuverability and speed of the Vikings longboats. So I think it's, well, everything is cheaper for everything involving gold of military units is cheaper for the Portuguese, so it makes it easier to mass units. Backdock here for Cello as well, so maybe we'll see fast castle from the Portuguese as well. Finally, we have Heisen to the left side with the Berbers. Berbers have faster moving villagers and ships, so that makes them maneuverable and nice on water. Oh, here's the landing from Uno 1. Gotta keep an eye out for that. Very early Mongols opening here. That's probably the scouts then, isn't it? Nah, archers, sorry. It's on gold. Never mind. Never mind. What a silly wall. It's extensive, if anything. Oh, okay, yeah, it's not even going to the edge of the water, but there's a reason for that. If you wall to the edge of the water, you could just break through with ships, fire galleys, or whatever. So, what do we have here? We have the transport for the Mongols. We don't have a transport for Team Maswi A. They will now be committing to some land defense here, trying to quick wall in the villagers as well, but that one goes down. The range is up, but that's been scouted. However, it could not be denied by Team Maswi A here, so they're finding themselves under land pressure here now from the opposing team. Both landing builders safe and sound here. They have a loom as well, so these two could technically fight at least one scout here. And this certainly messes with Cello's plans for fast castle. They may actually be hitting the Portuguese first intentionally as well, so that the Vikings can get to the castle age and don't have the caravels out for to deal with the longboats. Here comes the range from Heisen, though. Heisen is going to field some skirmishers out probably to help deal with the Mongols here. There's not going to be any scouts from Uno 1 here to counter the skirmishers, so the skirmishers indeed coming up here. Heisen, however, housed, so that affects the production quite a bit. Vikings up to the feudal at 33 eco units there. Should be a straight castle age as mentioned, blacksmith market castle age maybe. While on the right hand side we have some naval fighting going on. Uno 1 managing to snipe 2 villagers already. And I'm not even sure where exactly that happened, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Maybe villagers trying to fight the landing villagers. So Dexter, assuming some naval control here with the fire galleys, teal fire galleys, triple dock, or yeah, triple dock completing for Weber here. However, Dexter has the numbers, so the Italians will have to be very patient to keep up here, and massing the galleys inside of the docks and just garrisoning them inside to get to a crucial mass, get to fletching as well perhaps before engaging here. It's a game of patience here. Of course, if the docks get weakened enough, the galleys will pop out and they will die very quickly to the fire. In the meantime, Dexter is also focusing down fish. Uno 1 killing more villagers here. 4 to 1 is lost 1 eco unit. That's probably a ship over here. And in the back, Weber is raiding a little bit with some galleys as well. But there's armies here to defend, so Weber's raids not having the best success rate here. Galleys trying to escape the fire galleys here. Hit and run, always an option against fire galleys. They need to get close to deal their damage. 7 galleys for Weber now. Did lose the fish, but could eventually transition to land economy if need be. 3, 4, 5 skirmishers of the Berbers here chasing these 6 archers of Uno. Keeping Heisen busy on land so that naval aggression or defense isn't really an option for Heisen here either. Castle Age is in for the Vikings. It's still 1 minute 44 to go for the Portuguese, so the land raids have certainly paid off here for Uno. Back docks here for Cello to start producing what I would presume are the caravels later on. And that's something that Team Maswi B doesn't have scouted yet, these back docks of the Portuguese. Variegal is in nasty masses here. And look at the eco difference as well from the Team Maswi B here. I'm not sure if it's really the B team, because they seem to be the stronger team, at least for these maps. Maybe the drafting game is stronger. One dock will be going down here. And I don't see any demolition tips. I see a fishing ship in the queue, but that's probably just a misclick. Demos seem like a necessity here to take out some hit points from the fire galleys and make focusing them down with regular galleys more of an option. Market going up for the Berbers here. Second building needed. Post to no wait, both buildings are down actually, but it's a means to transition the economy. Could sell the stone and buy Castle Age here. And I think that might actually be the plan for Heisen here, going up to the Castle Age now. So Team Maswi B, huge military lead here, but some of that is or has been Uno 1 with the landing here. The ranges are still up, so there's still potential for further aggression here. Castle Age coming in, while Weber with the Italians has lost quite a few eco units here. Lost all the fish, might have lost some builders on land as well. And this eco situation looking sharp for Team Maswi B here with a 15 eco units lead. And also that Vikings handcart kicking in instantly with the Castle Age. Berber stocks in the back here, but they have been spotted by Uno. No production whatsoever from the docks just yet. But in the south side we have caravels moving out and they will start cleaning up some of the other aggression to the side here. See the stats. Higher HP for the caravels. Portuguese have unique technology applying to ships as well. But the armor is better, the damage is slightly lower, but the range is matching, so. Let's see how they fare here. Looks like Heisen is bailing on that last dock up there, but is starting to produce the fire galleys now to assist the caravels in taking out units here. These aren't enough caravels to deal with the longboats mass though, and you can see the economy extending here as well for Team Maswi B. They're really snowballing that eco lead into their hands now. One fire ship popping out actually gets a little bit of HP off a longboat before. Ooh, nice dodge. Dancing around there to actually dodge the longboat fire and stay alive over here. What's going on over here though? Weber still hitting and running. Still in the feudal age, making a demo raft to, at the very least... Oh, come on! At the very least diminish some fire ship hit points here. 1 HP left. 1 freaking HP left on this Byzantine's fire ship. 16 caravels and counting for Cello now. While the longboats are also at the same numbers. Fire ships from Byzantines making a huge difference here, though. Landing aggression seems to be cleaned up here, but that's served this purpose for Uno, of course, for a while. Good. Always attempt a relanding, which we are seeing here. Now, Knights, Siege, and Cavalry push from Uno here, which will need to be addressed by Heisen, who has the Berbers and could drop a stable as well to just pump out a couple of camels to deal with this. Camels should deal nicely with both the siege and the knights currently being sent here, but you need to get that stable up if you want that. And Heisen seems committed to water for now. Weber popping up some more dogs now. Dexter isn't seeing this actually. Doesn't have that line of sight to spot that. Will still not spot them here. Is going to join the fighting over to the left hand side maybe. Which is a good call actually. If you have longboats on the left and fireships on the right, then that is bad news for Cello's caravans. 3 Ts for the Portuguese now, or third one going up here as well. Ooh, and villagers committing to taking out the siege weapon here, but the knights are here to have a say in that as well, and Uno scrambles the repairs with the 4 villagers. Even that Mangon and Micro really on point there, getting those skirmishers. Not that they pose a huge threat here, but it's still good villager Micro to keep that Mangon alive. Now joining in with a monk as well to heal up the knights, and this is monks, siege, and cavalry push here now on the Berbers player, who has lost 20 eco units so far in the game as well. I guess that's largely ships, but probably some builders along the way as well. Woodline very exposed, trying to trap the knights here, but they are running in, and that's just too many house foundations to scramble up in such a short time. Or is it though? No upgrades on the knights, so they won't be popping to right yet. The monk is out as well. Probably gonna get the conversion here, because it's a long run for the knights to get out of the monk's range. Somehow they're dodging it actually, even without... No, never mind, husbandry is in. Well, Team Maswi B really keeping the aggression up on the island of Team Maswi A here. 2 players going to the Imperial Age as well. There's the Imp for the Byzantines, which should mean fast fireship probably. And possibly even cannon galleons, but we also have the Vikings. 115 all the way up here. The eco difference is roughly 60 villagers, and Team Maswi struggling with military as well, and Heisen about to lose the base. It ends with a 2-0 for Team Maswi B. Hey, Magnolia with the full year! Thank you, thank you! And the horn quartet alert pops in for you yet again. My own arrangement of what is hopefully a familiar tune for most of you. And I also mixed in a sort of a Game of Thrones quote in there as well, just an inspiration I had. Massive eco here for the Vikings. You would expect that if they are left alone on any map with their economy, but especially on naval maps where they can fish in addition to their already strong land economy. Army high at 22. Fireships for the Byzantines as well. Yeah, good army disposition here for Team Maswi B. No landing attempted by Team Maswi A. They were defending instead, and that gave Team Maswi B a good advantage throughout the game.